yourself.
So we've changed our graphics to reflect that. You can grab that new Maximum L Z. It is available as a separate purchase if you so desire, 30 through to 240 caps. Again, free shipping and flex pay is available. So really we're going to the heart and soul of these important ingredients. Andrew, is it ever too late to start taking this? Because some folks might think it is.
Absolutely not. In fact, the Maximum L Z is a product that when I was talking to my ophthalmologist, and he loves our Ultimate Eye formula, but had said we really need a separate booster for a lot of our older patients who are starting to see some changes, that we just want to make sure that we give the eye all of the nutritional protection it requires. And lutein and zeaxanthin, they are the optical pigments in the retina of our eye. They protect our eye, they support clear vision. So it's something that in terms of age, it's never, ever too late. It's sort of, is it ever too late to start eating a healthy diet, deriving the benefits therefrom? Never. In fact, in most cases, the older we are when we start, the more dramatic the differences we see when we start. Because when we're young, we have, I call it the most incredible vaccine or inoculation imaginable, youth. When we're young, we have youth on our side. When we're older, we really see a difference of how well our body can function when we finally give it what it needs in adequate quantities.
Andrew, I have to admit, I tried to be like you and do the little pinprick on the Maximum L Z, although my results weren't as graceful as those you do.
Isn't it interesting how it looks like you pricked your finger,
yes,
and not the capsule?
Yes.
But it's so concentrated, the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. That's 18,000 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin in their perfect natural form, that they're normally kind of a yellowish orange, but that's so concentrated that it appears to be almost opaque,
yes,
dark orange. It's a really beautiful color, but that's how concentrated this is. So if your ophthalmologist, optometrist, optician, just as mine did, and I know many of them have because I've read your emails and letters, that this was a level that also is being recommended as a booster level. So when you combine this with Ultimate Eye, you're going to get to 22 milligrams of lutein, and you're going to be at 11 milligrams of zeaxanthin, which is really just a perfectly impressive amount. And in any event, simply follow what your eye doctor is telling you to do. But what's wonderful and gratifying for me, an ingredient that I introduced initially over 20 years ago that most people dismissed, you'd be hard-pressed to find an optician or an optometrist that doesn't recommend lutein and zeaxanthin to all their patients.
If you'd like to order pricing, the most popular sizes are actually the 120 and the 240 capsules down there. So savings you can see versus the regular HSN price. We're proud to do FlexPay. It means you get what you want now, you pay over time, 0% interest. Anything that you try that you don't love, Andrew and us, HSN would obviously want you to send it back for a return on the purchase price. Happy to say, exactly.
Happy to take it back. We don't want you to be unhappy or disappointed. I know that my products happen to have, by far, the lowest return rate at HSN by a dramatic amount. So products like Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, I think the large size, I think our return rate is somewhere around 1%, and I think typically most products are 10-15% if you look out on the world of the internet and direct selling. So our products are going to make you very happy when you get them home. The last thing you'll want to do is send them back.
I don't think I'm saying anything I shouldn't when I say that it's no secret. Andrew's line at HSN is our truly biggest line and certainly most well-received and most loved line in terms of reviews and customer pick status. That's what really matters, Andrew.
And what I also want to emphasize with Maximum L Z, lutein and zeaxanthin, these are, again, ingredients your body cannot make them. They're not typical ingredients of the American diet. One of the reasons I believe our eye health in this country suffers. It's very important to eat things like spinach and kale and green leafy vegetables. That delivers an abundance of lutein. Zeaxanthin is unfortunately really hard to get even with the healthiest diet. So these are a critical part of the structure of your eye. These are not optional ingredients. So in order to protect the retina, the macular region, your eye concentrates lutein and zeaxanthin there. In order to do so, we need to deliver it to our body. And that's what this booster product was designed to deliver on, basically on that request and that specific requirement that doctors are now recommending these kinds of levels of lutein and zeaxanthin for those patients who require it.
You know, we read the reviews and we talk about the sharpness of vision and being able to see more clearly in the dark, and we talk about better accommodation and all of these things that start to seemingly struggle with age. And, you know, I notice it, obviously, things aren't as clear as they used to be. It can be, Andrew, it's disheartening when you start to really see the effects, you know, coming into play.
Well, you know, it's something we all have to become comfortable with. Aging is not it's not a fun process,
right?
But it really beats the alternative, and it's up to us to do the best we can within our means to protect ourselves. And even a product like the Maximum L Z, if all you could afford is to take even 2 capsules a week, and we did the math before, even at 1 capsule per week, most people will double their intake of lutein and certainly zeaxanthin.
Right.
That's 1 capsule per week, which hopefully helps you understand how this really is a booster that's designed to meet the needs of someone who's been specially recommended to take additional lutein and zeaxanthin, which I believe that's all of us. Even though I eat a diet rich in green leafy vegetables, I see the research, and in reading the research, I understand how critically important lutein and zeaxanthin is to the health of my eye, but